First of all, brother, congratulations on the deal. And just tell me right now, how does it feel to finally just get that behind you and out the way?
Oh, that's exciting. And just to have that weight lifted off your shoulder. And for me, I'm just excited to be back, and I'm ready to get back to work.
And it makes it easy.
It makes it easy. It makes it
to
easy.
get the job done. Now, for a player to go through all the things you went through when you're talking about injuries, all the stuff you had to fight through, not even getting drafted, how does it feel right now to just for them to show you the appreciation they did with the country?
It feels amazing. And for me, just with everything I've been through, especially coming from a school like Southern University, which is HBCU, you know, kind of always having your back against the wall and just be willing to fight and just take advantage of every opportunity that I had and just try to make the most of it.
I feel you. This is a year of first for you. First big contract, first interception, first sack. How did all that feel bundled in one right there?
It all felt surreal when it was happening. And just, you know, knowing that what I was capable of and just presented the opportunity to just go out there and try to make plays to help the team however. And for me, it was just whenever I get out there, just try to do whatever I could to show them that I wanted to be here, I wanted to play for this organization. It just feels great.
And that's what you have done. You have showed them a lot of resilience, especially a guy starting in the practice, starting with the practice squad and working his way up. And how do you continue to do this? You don't start, you don't dress, then they call you up and you dress again. How do you continue to say, you know what, I can keep playing no matter what situation y'all put me in?
I just try to stay ready, and I always tell myself, you know, opportunity gonna come. You know how you play this game.
Yeah.
You know, injuries happen. You know, players go down. You know, never know what the situation may be. I just try to, regardless of what it was, stay in those meetings and stay locked in, and just when my number's called, just be ready to go out there and play.
Oh, you've been ready every time they call your number. And starting the last 3 out of 4 games of the year, how did that help you getting those starts under your belt? Because it's different between starting the game and then somebody just injecting you into a game.
It actually felt great just going out there starting it, because, you know, sometimes you have to get in those games and get back in the feel of being in that role. And for me, just starting those last few games to show I can go out there and play with confidence and just play, whether it was inside or outside, just wherever they need me, just to try to go out there and play with confidence and just show them that I belong to play with this team.
Now that you just set the bar, now that they know you can play, what's the expectations for yourself next season?
The expectations for myself is just to keep going.
Yeah.
Like I said, regardless of what the situation may be, I don't care where they want me to play, just to go out there and show them that I'm excited, for them to show them the appreciation to me, and just going out here and do whatever this team and try for us to win some ball games.
Well, congratulations, brother. Proud of you, man.
I appreciate it.
Sitting here with Tyler Larson, man, so good to have you back in the building. Last time we saw you, obviously, injury. How you feeling after that?
Feeling great. Rehab's going along. Haven't had any setbacks, and we got a great staff downstairs, and they're getting me right.
Yeah, because I remember last time I saw you, it was like you were sitting in the lobby out here, and, you know, we get to interact a little bit, and I was like, man, that sounds pretty serious.
Yeah.
And then you're walking in here, you look great, like a little bit of a false alarm, or what's going on?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, as soon as you get your injury, you just, I guess, think of the worst thing possible.
Right.
And then you keep hearing things here and there, and then finally you talk to the doctor, and you figure
everything's
out
great,
you've
right?
been stressing for nothing, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So obviously, you know, back, you think you bring a really unique skill set at center, right? You're a bigger guy. What's the advantage there for you, do you think?
I mean, if people watching the game, you see that you get the huge defensive lineman across, so having size and strength does help a little bit. I think I do have a lot of size, and I mean, I do have strength, but yeah, it definitely helps me in some tough spots. Obviously, I don't want to get too big.
No one does, right?
And stuff, yeah, so I can have a little bit of speed, but yeah, I just try to utilize whatever I have to be successful, and I just got to play to my strength.
Yeah, I was talking to some guys at the Combine about how the bigger centers are better in pass protection. Do you find that that's helpful for you? Or
I do find that a lot more helpful because, you know, I would say probably 80% of the rushes that I get are bull rushes.
Yeah.
And then, you know, 2-minute or third down situations, it's a little bit different. But I do find having a little bit of size helps me anchor down a little bit more rather than getting just blown back completely.
Yeah, and absolutely. And even though you're a bigger guy, you move well in space. And obviously, Eric Bieniemy's here, big screen team. You excited for this new challenge?
Oh, definitely. It's always, you know, it's fun to get into a new offense and see how, you know, their tendencies and stuff like that. But yeah, I think setting up screen games it's going to be huge for us as an offense, and you know, keep people guessing and stuff like that, rather than, you know, it's just going to be good having a new type of offense out there. And, you know, people don't really know what to expect quite yet. Right. So it'll be exciting to see what's coming.
And obviously, Creed Humphrey, the starting center for Kansas City, one of the best in the NFL. Do you watch a lot of his film? Have you watched?
I do, yeah. I've noticed that he's a left-handed snapper. But no, he's got that intensity out on the field. He's a fun guy to watch. He really is. He's got the athleticism, all that. So he's a very good guy to watch, and I'm glad that we got Coach B coming, and I'll be able to watch him more and try to bring whatever he brings out to my game.
Is there anything that this offense does that elevates centers or puts centers in a good spot, in your opinion, or is it just like he's a baller?
I mean, a lot of it is that he's just a baller, obviously. He had, great guys around him, and this offensive line does as well. Mm-hmm. But I haven't really gotten to see the offense fully or, that much. So I don't exactly know what type of schemes and stuff like that for a center, but just seeing what he's done on the field, I think centers can be very successful and do a lot.
Yeah, awesome. So, and you said you talked to EB for 5 or 10 minutes before you came in.
Yeah.
So, obviously, good introduction so far.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Said positive things. Said they were
really
great
guy. He mentioned that he knew me as I was coming out of college and stuff. So, I'm just excited. Can't wait to get out there. Yeah.
That's fantastic, man. So anything kind of fun you're doing this offseason? Any plans, with the kids, with the wife, anything?
I'm just catching up on dad time, trying to get as much as I can done with them. Getting our kids into my daughter in gymnastics, my son in taekwondo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, it's been fun seeing them, doing sports. I haven't been able to do it during the season because I'm here a lot, and it's just been fun trying to get a trip before OTA start, but I don't know. We got 4 kids, and it's hard to travel a lot. So.
And your wife tweeted out something about The Mandalorian. Are you a big Star Wars guy?
Yes. If you go look out on my truck, I have "This Is the Way" on my back window. So yeah. Big
so what are you hoping for the season this year for Mandalorian? We're not talking football. We're talking about important stuff.
I hope there's a lot more in Grogu.
Okay.
I feel like that's kind of, everyone's just guessing constantly of what's going to happen with him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil anything. Watch last season,
watch
last episode last night. I think we're heading somewhere pretty crazy with Grogu and
the whole thing.
The bad side. Yeah.
Well, awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Glad to have you back, brother.
Happy to be here.
Glad that you're healthy also, man.
Thank you.
Jacoby, let me start off by saying welcome to Washington and the NFC. How's it feel so far?
Thank you. It's been good. Glad this process is over and just moving forward now. So I'm excited to be here.
What is it about Washington that you said, okay, this is going to be the next stop?
Really was the opportunity, to come in and compete. Obviously, knowing about the history of the team, and playing against the Commanders last year and getting the feel. For the city when I was even driving in, because I obviously knew I probably wasn't going to be in Cleveland, after last year. I was just excited for this opportunity.
You're new to Washington, but not to necessarily being in a new team. What is your approach when you do come in, understanding what your role and the expectations are of you? Yeah,
I think, the main role is to be a good teammate. I think I've carried that throughout my career. Each team, each stop, each year is starting off by being a good teammate because the team changes every year. I think that's my main role is to be a good teammate, come to work, be a good leader, and I think everything else kind of takes care of itself after that. You said you want to come in and compete. Head coach Ron Rivera has kind of made it clear to the fan base and everybody here that we have Sam Howell, and Sam Howell's going to be given every opportunity to kind of be that guy. So what is it in your mindset when it comes like that competition? I think that's what drives football. I think every day is a competition, no matter if you're the starter, not the starter. Because this league happens so fast, I've been in this league for going on 8 years and have seen the everlasting movement of playing at this position. So I understand, every day you got to go out there and put your best foot forward. Every day you got to go out there and prepare as a starter, perform to the best of your ability. So that competition is regardless of the situation. They wanted a veteran to come in and kind of really help grow Sam as well. And you yourself, when you came into the league, you had Tom Brady, Jimmy Garoppolo that you got to kind of sit and watch and learn from. What was that experience like, knowing that maybe you're on the other side trying to help a young quarterback kind of adjust as well? I think that's been the benefit of my career. I've been around a lot of good quarterbacks. Obviously some Hall of Famers. My time in New England and Indy, and you just understand. Just like they did, as much as it was competition, we were all helping each other. We were all going out there competing against each other, because that not only makes us better, but it makes the team better, it makes the offense better. So I look forward to that every year. I mean, as I've gotten older in this league, I understand how it on the outside how it looks, but I'm excited for this new opportunity.
A lot of the fan base already positive reaction and excitement for you coming here and joining this team, and the possibilities that could mean for this franchise as well. Now that you are in your 8th season, are coming into it, like, who is Jacoby Brissett, the quarterback now?
A good teammate. I think that's what people say about me from when they mention my name. I think that's what people say about me first. And then the quarterback, the playing wise, I think the film speaks for itself. I want to win by any means, so I'm gonna go out there and try to play to the best of my ability to win, and put my best foot forward. I think like I said, what most people say, good teammate first.
Eric Bieniemy, you had the opportunity to kind of meet him, get a little bit of conversations going very early on here. He comes in with quite a resume as well, and a lot of excitement for what he's going to bring to this offense. What are your expectations playing under him?
I'm just excited to learn from him. He's obviously been a part of really good organizations, has won a couple Super Bowls, and done a really good job, throughout his career. And I'm just excited for this opportunity. In getting out there and going to work.
Can't wait to see what you bring on the field.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to Washington and to the Commanders. Glad to have you here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Andrew Wylie, man, congratulations on the contract. Kind of a big deal for you. Can you walk us through the offseason so far for you?
Yeah, it's been a wild time. Just been having a good time here. My agent Beck, really got on it this offseason. I couldn't be more happy to be here in Washington, man, and to play for DC here, the Commanders, and to have the opportunity to play under EB.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the great coaching staff here, man. I am just super stoked.
That's awesome, man. And so, like, a lot of people don't know your story. It wasn't kind of a linear road. It wasn't like you were a first-round pick, started at right tackle, getting a big contract. This is kind of your first big payday. That's got to feel great for you too.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
money's nice, right?
Yeah, we're just ecstatic over this way, man. My agent kicks ass, so I mean, we couldn't be any more happy. But it's just 6 years of hard work, man. It wasn't easy, but we're here now. So.
Here we are. That's awesome, man. And so obviously you kind of had an interesting playing career, right? You started at guard and you moved to tackle, which is a kind of an unusual transition. How was that for you?
It's not something that came overnight, but luckily I had some incredible guys in front of me that I got to learn from. So Mitch Schwartz being one of my close friends and one of the most talented guys I've seen play the position. So I relied a lot on his coaching, his friendship, and then our O-line coach really helped the transition go smoothly as it could. So
yeah, awesome. And so obviously, like, one of the things I've noticed in watching the film is EB kind of knows how to help you out, right? Play actions, chips, screens. Can you talk about that? And did that play a factor in you coming here to Washington to kind of be with him again?
Yeah, for sure. The dude is he's with it, and he knows what he's doing, and he just has an incredible mind for the game. And from all aspects and all positions, he spends a lot of time watching the O-line, so he gets it. And it's just an incredible privilege that he fought for me to get here, and just an incredible opportunity to play under him.
I was going to say that's got to be pretty cool having a coach going to bat for you like that. It's got to kind of say, like, hey, here I am, man. I deserve this opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, we had a real good exit meeting, and I was like, hey, man, take me with you, take me with you. So he did, man. He's a man of his word, and I got so much love for Coach.
Yeah, and you said that he kind of watches the O-line quite a bit. Has he given you any pointers, any insight about kind of the bigger picture of the offense that you would ever use?
Yeah, for sure. We have periods in practice where he specifically walks over to the O-line, watches our drills and what we're doing, and so like I said, he truly understands the position. So any input on coaching for the O-line gets taken seriously.
And everyone talks about how, I played for EB when I was in college, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone talks about how he coaches people pretty hard. Was that your experience, or was it just the right amount?
So he coaches his position group very hard when he was directly coaching a position group. So you didn't necessarily want to be a running back screwing up the wrong reads in that room. But he's an intense guy, and he commands respect in the room. So. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. And so another thing that our producer called out is that you are a big trading card guy.
Yes.
And you think after winning 2 Super Bowls, you get some trading cards. Like, where did that passion come from, and where what motivated that?
So it started early on. My pops got me into it at a young age. We grew up in Michigan, so we were Detroit Lions fans, and so, he used to, $10 buy me just a bunch of bulk cards, and I'd just sit there and sort them out, and so. I recently got back into it. Started with a little Pokemon.
Okay.
Started back there.
You got like the Charizard, the gold, all that
Big
stuff.
Charizard
the Mewtwo
guy.
or whatever that is.
Oh yeah. Got a couple of vintage first editions. And then recently in the past like 3-4 years, kind of started getting into the football, the sports, other sports. Just because it's real fun. Ripping open a pack, getting a teammate, having them sign it. Maybe. So it's just a passion of mine, man. It's just fun collecting.
Do you
cards.
have like a favorite card? Like one that you're like, oh man, I'm really glad I got this one.
I do. I have. It's a good story too. My dad, back first time around when we were collecting, he picked up a LeBron James rookie card.
Oh dang.
For $25.
There you go.
Back in like 2005 maybe, and so we sent that in to get graded, and it graded out perfect condition. So. It was a nice turnaround.
Yeah,
$25 card is a couple thousand now, so nothing too crazy. But that's. For that to be like one of the first cards, we started with, man, this is really cool. So.
That's fantastic, man. Hey, congratulations, man. Really excited to have you here.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be
man.
here.
Yep.
Thank you.
Here with Nick Gates, man. I just want to say congratulations, bro. This is pretty fantastic. Undrafted free agent. Now you kind of got a pretty good payday. That's got to feel pretty good.
Oh, yeah, no, it's awesome. So now you get to take care of my mom.
Take care of your mom?
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
your mom at right now?
She's in Vegas.
Oh, yeah?
So,
Do you still have a house there? Or?
I'm actually going to buy a house here soon, probably. Next couple weeks.
So, are you ready for the weather switch out here? You went to Nebraska though, right?
I went to Nebraska, so the cold out here is really not too bad.
So you're like, probably, man, I can wear a t-shirt. You got a t-shirt on right now?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think it's like 45, 50 degrees out there. So
yeah,
it's
awesome.
not too bad.
Yeah, great. So obviously moving from New York to a team within the division, like what kind of was the genesis for that decision for you?
Yeah, they showed a lot of interest in me. And, they have a young team, young quarterback, which is awesome. So I could get in and help him out and. Kind of help mold him, I think, and do things like that. But yeah, I was, we're just a young team. You guys are up on the uprise, and you guys have really good skill position players and good D linemen and stuff. So I never understood why you guys haven't won before. Or I guess that's why we haven't won before. But yeah, you guys just have good, good players here.
You said something interesting there about offensive linemen maybe molding a quarterback. Can you talk about that process a little bit?
Just being there like a comfort blanket for him, like nothing's gonna happen to him. I feel like that's like my mentality, just being that tough nosed guy, like. I was with Daniel Jones. I was kind of like I felt like my role was like the enforcer and things like that. So I plan to bring that here and do that for the young guy. Yeah,
you mentioned being the enforcer, and I've watched a lot of your film, and like you play with a kind of a nasty edge to you. Like where does that come from?
Yeah, I'm not the most talented person in the world on the football field, so I got to make up for it some way. And I don't know. It just makes football fun for me. I don't know.
Right?
Talking crap, getting in people's faces. Having a couple scuffles and fights and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just fun to me.
Yeah, I played with guys who play like you, and their goal is to get guys to get personal fouls.
Oh,
yeah. Is that part of your?
That's part of it. Yeah, no, definitely. So I've definitely had a couple called for us.
Yeah, right. You've earned those, right?
Oh yeah. I think the best part is they get fined $15,000 too after, which is even better. I get to take their money too.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And so you've kind of got an interesting career in terms of you played offensive tackle, you played offensive guard, you played center. How do you do that? Because I know a lot of guys can't do that. Is that just a mindset thing?
Yeah, no, I played right tackle and left tackle in college, and I thought I was a guard, but they needed my help at tackle, so that was kind of good. But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of always has been that way, and it's just I don't know. I feel like I'm athletic, and I can work in different positions, and I have the nastiness enough to play inside, and I also enough athleticism to play outside. Yeah,
because you kind of gave yourself a little dig there. You said you're not the best athlete on the field, but I don't know too many bad athletes who can play tackle in the NFL.
That is true, I guess. Those DNs are pretty athletic, and
they're
pretty freaky nowadays. So they're running Sweat runs a 4.4 or something
like
that,
which is got 35-inch arms.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
a tough.
That's a specimen right there.
And so obviously, like one of the things that I like about your game is like as you've moved inside, I think your pass protection is outstanding. Like, what's your approach there with the pass protection, and how do you kind of stay sharp?
I just try to get my hands on guys for the most part, and just try to just get my pad level underneath them is kind of my big thing. But just get my hands on them because I know I'm more athletic than those guys inside. and they don't move too well side to side. So if you get you don't let their feet start moving, it helps me out.
Interesting. So when you're playing a guy like Payne or Allen, guys that are kind of more athletic, does your plan change, and how will it be practicing against those guys every day?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, your plan definitely does change. You got to get your hands on them a little quicker and be able to move your feet, because they have secondary rushes and things that they could use on you, especially those two guys. Those two guys are always circled on my schedule. So Payne, he's a good player, and then Allen, he has that hump move, that deadly hump move he has, which got me to break my leg out one day, but it is what it is. So, but no, I'm excited practicing with those guys. They have a good D-line.
Yeah, so I was going to say, breaking your leg against a guy, is that weird coming into the building, or are you going to be like, hey, man, we're all...
no, it is what it is.
We're going to have take your shirts off and fight in the locker room?
I don't care. It is what it is. I didn't even care when it happened. It's such a free... He didn't mean to.
It was kind of an incidental thing, right?
Yeah, so Allen hit me with a hump move, and then Payne went to go jump for the quarterback, and he fell and hit me. He's a big boy, so...
But yeah, you guys...
Way goes somewhere. Right?
Yeah, well, you guys have a conversation about it, or are we...
We talked on the field a little bit after, I think, this last year. That was,
and everything was cool?
Yeah, we were cool, yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Hey, congratulations, brother. Really appreciate you being here. And
excited to be here.
Congrats on the contract, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cody, congratulations. How's it feel now to be officially Washington Commander, going all the way to the other side of the country for this?
Feels good.
Yeah.
I'm excited, very excited. It's a big move across the country, but no, I'm looking forward to the opportunity, and I'm happy. Really happy.
That's key, certainly.
Yeah.
What is it that made Washington kind of appealing and the right fit for that next chapter for you?
Honestly, I didn't even know they, needed or wanted a linebacker or had any interest at all. Gave me a call on Monday, or gave my agent a call, I should say, and he hit me up, and the power in their language of expressing how just their belief in me and their want for me and stuff. That was obviously pretty persuasive, and it was strong in their language, and it's good to feel believed in and wanted, and where they see you as a big role in their team. And so that was obviously a big thing. And it's a defensive team, got a great defense. I do my research a little bit, call around people that have played here before, and said the staff is awesome, the players are awesome, the culture's great, and it took us but 5 minutes to decide, and we're like, let's do it.
Did they tell you what, because I know you've moved around, there's a lot of flexibility there at the position, even starting at safety before going to linebacker. Did they tell you kind of what role they want you to fill here?
Yeah, Mike, which after my last year in Seattle, that was something I wanted to, express, that I wanted to be somewhere where, I could be able to play Mike and flourish that position. And they expressed their interest in me and their belief in me and want me to play Mike. And I was like, it almost seemed too good to be true. And I was like, we got to do it.
I think the end of last season for you, it seems like things changed a little bit and you were put into that position. And we saw kind of like an elevation in your game. Is there something that happened throughout the year that just kind of like maybe shifted for you in how you finished?
Yeah, those first, it's actually kind of an interesting story. My first 3 years in Seattle, only did special teams. And I played a couple games my rookie year, a couple my second year, a couple my third year, just when guys went down. But then last year was my first real opportunity to start. And my first, 8 games or whatever it was, about the first half of the season, I would have some really good plays, but also some really bad plays, just kind of up and down, but I don't know, it was around the bye week. After we played Munich, we played the Buccaneers. And then after that, I felt like my game just kind of took off and just really good, consistent ball. And I don't know, just mentally everything seemed to slow down. Just felt, I don't know, just more confident, comfortable, and just, I don't know, just from there it just kind of took off and, started putting some really good tape out there and just, I don't know, it was a mental thing, obviously, just things seemed to slow down, and I don't know.
The upside to your game, I think, is one of the reasons this team is kind of excited to bring you in and be able to see you continue to build off of what you were accomplishing last season. You also have a familiarity with Coach Russ, your linebacker coach.
Yep.
Played in the league. Then you also coach Del Rio, linebacker, Coach Rivera, fellow linebacker. What's it going to be like playing with so many that actually played your position as well?
I mean, it's going to be an amazing opportunity just to learn from them, pick their brains, guys that have done it and have the experience, and at my position, what I mean? It's awesome, and just to be able to just learn the things and grow as a player from them, that's what I'm looking forward to, is just looking for ways to continue to elevate my game.
Playing behind this D-line, what, like, when you look at those guys that are in that front of you, like, what does that get you excited for?
To be able to make plays, you know. Yeah, the D-line here is amazing. You know, I obviously did my research, and some really good players up front. And that's going to be fun to play behind them and, you know, let them do their thing, and then, you know, learn this defense and how we fit off them. And, you know, I mean, there's a lot of things going through my head. I'm just excited for, you know, everything going on.
There's still a lot of growth, I think, to your game to come as well. And you played behind Bobby Wagner. Is there something that maybe you picked up or learned from him?
Yeah, a lot of things from him. Just, you know, and by the time I came in, I think he was in year 8 or 9 when I first got into the league. And, you know, we played together for 3 years, and I would always try to pick his brain, you know, and his experience and the things he taught me, and, you know, little tricks and trades of here and there, the linebacker position, and just always trying to find little things from him that, you know, can improve my game. And he definitely taught me a lot.
You come from a family of athletes. I don't know that there's any other choice for you to be but an athlete. How does kind of growing up in a home with your dad, your mom, your sister, everybody, your brothers, even out there playing at a professional level?
Everything was definitely competitive. You know, who could finish their food first, who was taller, who was faster, who was strong, you know, just everything. Like, everything we did just turned into competition. And now that you've asked, I'll take time to, you know, brag about my family. I don't like bragging about myself, but I'll take the time to brag about them. Mom and dad both played at Utah. My dad was a football player and a baseball player. He pitched in the minor leagues for the Blue Jays for just a season or two. I think in like 1993 or 4 or something, or maybe 91. Anyway, mom, volleyball, basketball player. From what I've heard, really, really good player. I could beat her in pig though in basketball.
From what you heard, you never took her on or anything?
But no, really good player. I think she's in the Utah Hall of Fame for, I think, bowl sports. I'm not sure. But anyway, really good player. Older brother. Both came in the league together. Both got drafted together. He went to the Colts, then went to the Chiefs, then with the Giants. You know what I mean? So he's been around a few teams. But yeah, he's doing his thing. His last year was in Vegas. So we'll see where he's at this year. Might end up back in Vegas. And then my little sister, she's in, I think, Cuneo, Italy. I know she's in Italy, playing professional volleyball. And then she'll be back, then goes to Japan in the fall. And I got a little brother, going to be a true sophomore at Utah, linebacker. But I don't know if he's going to be a linebacker forever. He's big. He's already about 6'5". Really, really good player. And he was Pac-12 Freshman Player of the Year, too.
Maybe,
so there's my bragging for my family.
Maybe we can move him to DM or something a little bit later. So where do you rank when it comes to competing amongst your family? How do you finish?
Number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would they all say the same thing too? Likely.
I think they would say that I would go the distance to end up being number 1. Like, yeah.
Well, it served you well. It's one of the reasons you're here. Give the fans a reason to be excited about what they're going to see from you here.
You know, I feel like there's a lot of reasons go through my head, but just the energy I bring to the table, my play style, and just continue to elevate my game, and, you know, continue to make big plays more consistently, and just have fun with it. You know, I love playing this game, love having fun with it, and just I'm just looking forward to it.
All right, welcome. Glad to have you here. Nice to meet you, Cody.
Nice to meet you.